Hi, I'm Tim Cotter, and I'm the director of the 6th annual Ricky Carmichael Daytona Amateur Supercross at Daytona. And we are really excited to be going to the World Center for Racing. This year proves to be an exciting one, as we have more riders than ever before, more participation from OEMs and sponsors than ever before, and we have ATV riders, the first time ever that ATV racing will take place inside the hallowed grounds of Daytona International Speedway. Give me a few moments and we'll go through the ins and outs of Daytona 2015. Now, I hope that you've watched our previous video. If you have not, I encourage you to go back and do so. That's the video that tells you how to get into the Speedway from I-95 on in through Gate 40 and to the backstretch ticket office. But once you've gone to the backstretch ticket office, you will be greeted by the MX Sports customer service team. Those men and women are eager to serve you there. You'll receive your packet at that point in time, and we have a packet here that has all the information and all the tickets that you'll need for your weekend that you pre-purchased for the weekend. But in that, and perhaps the most important part, is this map of the facility. It tells you all about the facility, where you park, how you get there, and so forth. And we'll talk in more detail about that in just a moment. There's also an infield rules section from Daytona International Speedway. Please read these rules and learn about what you can and cannot do at Daytona International Speedway. You also have your Pro Supercross tickets that you pre-purchased online. Don't be afraid. If you haven't purchased those, you can get them at the backstretch ticket office. You will also receive these exchange passes. Now, if everyone in your party is there, we just exchange these passes right there for your wristband. You're going to want to wear that wristband on the Pro Day because that gets you into that special seating along the pit road. No one has a closer seat than our amateur racers that are coming this weekend, but you must have that wristband on in order to get into that seating area. You will also receive your camping passes. Now, you can have a non-hookup pass. Many of you have this non-hookup pass, and you have to put this part on the camper. You can detach this part here. It says tow pass. That goes on your vehicle if you're pulling a trailer, and that will allow you to come in and out of the speedway at will, while your camper stays in the non-hookup area. And again, we'll show you where those areas are in just a moment. For those of you that were lucky enough to get a hookup, and we sold out rather quickly, it's the same program. It's a two-part pass. This part here, the long part, will go on the camper. This part down here will be on the tow vehicle, and again will allow you free ingress and egress in and out of the park. And again, we'll show you more about where you will park in just a moment. Now, those of you that received a garage pass, this is a great opportunity for you. Our bike riders were offered garage passes, and those are the same NASCAR garages that they used during the 500. Now, this pass here has a yellow sticker, and the tow pass really doesn't mean anything for it because you have to have one of these two in order to get this one. And down here in the lower corner is a number, and that is the address of your garage. And we have garages 1 through 72. So when you get that pass, that's where you're going to go. Now remember, there is a small parking area right outside of your garage. You do not necessarily get the parking spot, the long truck part across the road there from your garage area. So just please keep that in mind as you go over to your garage. And the last thing that many of you have is this infield extra car pass. Now, those of you that are coming and you have more vehicles than what your camping pass will allow, you can purchase this pass as well. Many of you already done that online. If you didn't do that, not to worry, they're available at the backstretch ticket booth as well. But every vehicle coming in and out must have one of these passes on the vehicle. The next thing you might have is your pit vehicle pass. This is for your golf cart or your four-wheeled buggy. Remember, we don't allow large John Deere Gators. They're much wider. But this goes on your golf cart. Make sure that you peel it off, put it on the front of your golf cart. And there'll also be a section of rules that you'll have with your golf cart. And pay particular attention to those rules because the Daytona security is very strict, and they have the ability to confiscate your cart or remove you from the park. And it would be a shame for you to travel a great distance and have to be taken out of the park over a golf cart violation. And right on the front of this pass tells you most of the bullet points, the hot points for your golf cart conduct. And we'll talk more about that in just a moment. Now we have a new way to get to and from the racetrack in your racing vehicle. In the past, you've come right up in front of the garages, right in front of the MX Sports trackside office, and into the staging area. That is not the way we will do it this time. You will follow this road here. You will just get on this road from anywhere in the park, and you will follow your way up past the main ticket booth in the fan zone into the blue garage, right up the same way the Pro Supercross goes into staging. You'll make a left and down to the starting line. The starting line is down in the far west end of the racetrack this year, opposed to right in the center of the racetrack in past years. Now, when you cross the finish line and get the checkered flag, you'll jump on this yellow line and you'll follow the yellow line out. It basically goes back the way you came and back out to your pit area. Make sure you obey all placards and signs, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment as well. There are other things you need to know about. The staging area is down here by the starting line. It's all the way towards the west end. It's pretty far down, so I wouldn't encourage you to walk down that way. You can drive your golf cart with your rider up and park in this blue garage area, and then walk on down to the starting grid. Your rider, on the other hand, will have to go out and he can ride his bike down. And then after the race, mom and dad or the mechanic can jump back in the cart and get back into their area. It is a long way. If you're parked out in one of these green lots, it's a long way to the starting line. Just know that. Make sure you travel at a safe speed both to and from the racetrack. That's very important. Now, if you're lucky enough to have won after your main event, you will drop into Gatorade Victory Lane. It is right off the yellow line when you come back through that chute, and we'll drop you into Gatorade Victory Lane, where we will celebrate and have a brief interview with you. It's really a very, very unique opportunity to stand in Gatorade Victory Lane and accept your championship award. Our MX Sports office is in the same spot it's been for years. It's a NASCAR inspection garage. It's down close to the yellow garages. That's our hub of operations. You have any questions, you go there. You want to see results, that's where you go as well. So that's where all of our folks will be during the event. I want to talk just a moment about power washing. There's one location to wash your motorcycle, and it is planned for this lot right here. It's right next to the infield care center. So you'll see that over there. There will be signs taking you to the wash area. At no time are you permitted to wash your motorcycle anywhere but this wash area. If you do so, the consequences could be stiff. And again, the Daytona security will be right on top of things. As you know, motocross and supercross racing is inherently dangerous. In the event that you get injured or you fall on the racetrack and need assistance, the Daytona paramedics and medical staff are best in the world. They will put you on a golf cart and they will take you to the infield care center. And that's where Daytona employees and Daytona doctors and nurses will check you out and then allow you back onto your into racing or whatever the activity is. So if they ask you to get on the cart, please do so. Get on the cart with them. They will take you in. There's no charge for this service. It's an emergency room right on the property, so make sure you take advantage of that. This slide is a picture of the yellow garages. This is the yellow garages here. This is the MX Sports office like it has been in the past, those of you that have been here before. And the racetrack is out here in this infield. And then we've had our customers parked in these stalls in this area. And then some customers are parked in this yellow garage. This year we have so much OEM participation and they're all bringing their semis. They will be out here on what they call the skid pad. We will be opening this gate here so you can take your golf cart, you can drive right out onto the skid pad, you can park right there and visit any of the OEMs. And then when it's time to leave, this will be a one-way street. You'll drive right up through the OEMs, back through this gate, and head back the way you came. At no time do we want vehicles driving the wrong way up through this area. It becomes very congested and could be very dangerous. So we have Suzuki that's parked up here by the MX Sports office. Cobra is parked here in the garage. You've got 2 Thor semis that are going to be there supporting their Thor riders and motocross and supercross fans in general. KTM is bringing their amateur semi. Kawasaki is making the road trip from Corona, California. Pro Circuit also coming over from California, and the Yamaha support team from the Sunshine State will be there as well. The Rocky Mountain ATVMC semi will be located up here along Pit Road. So we're excited. We're going to have a great weekend with a lot of participation from our sponsors and our OEMs. Make sure that we pay attention to all placards and signs, and there will be many of them, and it's I know it's a lot to take in, but please pay attention to them. Pit vehicles are not permitted beyond these certain points, and those thresholds will have these signs there. And if you decide to go through those that threshold and into a restricted area that you're not allowed to be in, then you will suffer the consequences. Those could be, they may confiscate your pit vehicle, they may remove you from the park and disqualify you from the race. So I can't stress enough how important it is to behave yourself when operating a pit vehicle. You will find these areas, if you follow these signs to the staging area. Go slow, stay in first gear, but there will be many of these placards throughout the park that will take you through to the staging area so that you're there for your race. Power washers. Again, there's only one area for power washers. It's in the paved lot near the infield care center, and we'll have plenty of signs to get you there as well. As you know, the race order is already posted online, but the actual race order, because there are some classes that have heats and semis and heats and LCQs and main events, the complete race order isn't done yet. That race order will be posted, and this is what it'll look like. For instance, the P1s through P20 something, 27 or so, those are practices. And so you have to look, say I'm in P19. If you're in P19 and say P24, you'll know, and listen to the PA system, and you'll know when P19 and P24 is up. And we have 28 practices, and then we go into events. And the events are sequentially numbered. You can see it's 1 through, right now we have it pegged at 1 through 99, I believe, for all of the events through the week. So what will happen once you get that schedule out, look at it, and then say you're P2 and event 7, 12, and 15, take a mark, take P2 and then 7, 12, and 19, and write that on your hand. It's much like you used to do when you were on the swim team. And that way you can listen to the PA system, and they will be telling you, event number 16 is coming up, event number 17. And that way you will be able to always know where we are in the program. Our announcers are instructed to keep those numbers going so we can all tell when we're supposed to be at the starting line. We cannot wait for you. We have a lot of riders there. We have a short time to do the program in, so it's paramount that you're on time in the staging area and ready to go racing once you get that starting line. So again, use your Sharpie, write your event numbers on your hand, and you will know exactly when your events are. That is very, very important. Once you've gone through the backstretch ticket booth, gone out, set your campsite up, now you're into rider registration. You'll go into registration, you'll need to make sure that you have a transponder. Take the transponder with you so they can check, make sure it's good. If not, you'll have to rent or purchase a transponder there. You also need your AMA card. It wouldn't hurt to have the receipt that you printed out when you entered into the race. And then when you go to registration, there'll be some more papers for you to sign, and you will get your class chart and your class numbers, your practice numbers. Now, if you are a motorcycle rider, the white one is for Sunday. This is your practice sticker for Sunday. The yellow one is for Monday. It says Monday on it. And the way you do this is you just peel this off and you put it, look what I found. I've got a great number plate here that it happens to be signed. But you put that practice sticker on the number plate so it's clearly visible when you go through practice. Now when you're done with practice, go ahead and just peel it off, and that way that our scorers can see your numbers and our fans can see your numbers as well, and then go race. Then the next day, you'll use the next practice sticker. So make sure they're going to give you a practice sticker if you're a motorcycle for each day. If you're an ATV, your practice sticker will look like this. Make sure, particularly for ATVs, it's very clear right on the front of your machine, so our pit stewards will know that you're out on the racetrack with the right group of people. So that's pretty much the 411 for the 6th annual Ricky Carmichael Daytona Amateur Supercross. I'm Tim Cotter. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Please know that if you have any questions, approach any MX Sports official, any of our customer service reps, and we will try to get you the right answer. We appreciate you being our customer, and we look forward to seeing you in Daytona Beach.